أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, dear brothers and sisters. I hope so you are in a good state of Iman and you are okay, you are fine. I'm also fine, alhamdulillah. So yes, let's start our session by the geographical location for the Arabs. We have to learn that. That's very important because it will help us during the journey of Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam. We will get to know so many things important about the geographical location. And then also we have to learn about little bit about the geographical location of where Namrud lived. Okay. And then we will come towards Namrud's politics, etc., etc. And then, the life of Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam. And then two nations growing up from Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam, which we can say um, sons of Ismail alayhi salam, and sons of Ishaq alayhi salam, or Bani Israel and Bani Ismail. Okay, we can say this. So yes, these things will come when we will go in our session later on. So yes, let me introduce to you to the Arabic tribes and its geographical location. Well, give me 1 minute as I'm opening the map. Yes, so I'm sharing my screen. Let me know you can see or not. I hope so you can see my screen and my voice is also clear. So yes, the geographical location of Arab is first of all linguistically the word Arab means desert or barren land. Here it is, now known as Saudi Arabia in modern day, but previously it was known as the Arabian Peninsula, as I learned in the SEAL lecture, or we can say the Arab world. Okay, at that time there was no world, there was nothing. Okay, but now it is. And at Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam there was nothing, but when Prophet Ismail alayhi salam grew up there was. Okay, so as you can see this area, 1 minute, let me annotate. As you can see this area, this is the most barren area, barren desert type area up till now I have seen and studied on, because there were the Mesopotamian deserts, as well as there was the Arabian desert, Yemen and Oman and Jordan and Israel, and all of these areas, they were full of humidity, they were full of sand, desert type. Okay. Please mute yourself. Thank you very much. So yes, let me come again. So what does barren means? It means a land without vegetation, without water, without any life existing in it. So this area was barren. Okay. Ever since the dawn of the history, the same thing was going, that in the Arabian Peninsula there was there was nothing. There was only desert. No one could cross this. There was no water, there was no river, there was no lake, there was no vegetable to eat, there was no palm tree to eat the dates. Please mute yourself. So the Arabian Peninsula, if we talk closely about the geographical location, so Arabian Peninsula is enclosed in the west by the Red Sea, and the Sinai in the east by Arabian Gulf. In the south by the Arabian Sea, which is an extension of the Indian Ocean, and in the north by old Syria and the parts of Iraq. The area is estimated to be between 1 million to 1,300,000 square miles. Okay, this is a whole geographical location. Thanks to its geographical position, the peninsula has always maintained a great importance, considering its internal settings. Now, how did it gain so much importance? Well, it's because it is the center of the world. Well, I don't know, I can share you here, but let me try. 1 minute. So why I'm drawing these lines? Well, this is because it is the center of the world. Okay. So yes, it held a very great importance. It also holds now because, so many airlines use it. So many people come to travel here, but Saudi Arabia is not like what it was. So let's now leave the modern era and where we were, let's go more dive in it. So, it was, opened. This area was open to the foreigners, the invaders, the people who attacked, and there were different neighboring great empires touching it, such as the Sassanid Empire. Does anyone know about the Sassanids here and about the Byzantines or the Romans? Yes, does anybody know about the Sassanids or the Romans? I hope so that you have learned or listened the Roman name, but I don't know about the Sassanids. Sassanids is a very popular name in Asia. It, is referring to the Persian kingdom. Okay, so yes, these were the great empires which were expanding thousands of kilometers. They were touching the borders of Saudi Arabia or the Arabian Peninsula. Now, its internal condition, I already told you, as well as now let me tell you about its cultural and religion and art. Okay, so its culture was not so much. Please mute yourself, guys. Okay, so yes, I was saying to you guys that it didn't had a very much cultural, they didn't had any cultural thing as such, but in religion, if I talk about with you guys, so they had different gods which they worshipped. We can say them idols. These idols were different types of, and they were inspired by a person who became the king, I think so, of Makkah later on, and he brought them from Rome or Sassanids Empire, and he was very inspired by those gods, and everyone started to worship them as their gods. Okay, so yes, these are all of the things. Their artwork was that they made architectures, they made stone made idols, they did different things, etc. I hope so you got to know or understood about their geographical location. Now, I don't know if anybody have any question, but let me go further on. Yes, one hand is raised. Do you have any question? You can unmute yourself. Okay, I don't know. So, yes, I was here that I was gonna start telling you. Minute. It's okay. Yes, I was here where wanna started to tell you about the Arab tribes. Okay, the pure Arabs, the different type of Arabs which are not known to us up till now properly. We only know their name if anybody knows, but they don't know their whole description. So let me introduce you to the Arabian tribes, which started living later on, which will help us to understand the Arabian geographical and political and economical strategic depth. Okay, Walaikum Assalam. Yes, so let me name some of them. There were the Arab tribes, in which there were perished Arabs, pure Arabs, Arabized Arabs, Himyar, Halan, Az, and Laham, and Judham, and Banu Dai, and Hinda, ADC or ADC, yes. Everyone can hear me. Somebody have written that my voice is not coming properly. Yes, can anybody hear me? Everybody? Hello? Is there anybody there? Okay.
आपकी आवाज बिल्कुल क्लियर आ रही है.
Okay, so maybe internet issue. Okay, so I was here where I introduced you to some of the tribes which are not so much highlighted to our history. So let's discuss about them. So Arab people were divided according to lineages into three groups. Please mute yourself. The perished Arabs, number one, the ancient Arabs of whose history little is known and of whom were Ad, Samud, Tasum, Jadis, Imlaq, and others, etc. Okay. So yes, here we got to know about they are the ancient Arabs. They are the most ancient Arabs, and their history is not known to us properly, but they were the tribes of whom Ad, Samud, and Tasum, and Jadis, and Imlaq came. Now, please mute yourself. I was here where I was now going to start about to tell you about the pure Arabs who originated from the progeny of Yarub bin Yesh Hajj. Okay, it is a little bit difficult name. Well, Arabs always have difficult names, but yes, this is also difficult. Let me translate. Let me tell you again. Yarab bin Yashjab bin Qahtan. They were called the Qahtanian Arabs. Okay, and after that, the Arabized Arabs come, who originated from the progeny of Ismail alayhi salam. They were also called the Adnanian Arabs. Now, the pure Arabs the pure Arabs and the people of Qahtan originally lived in Yemen and comprised many tribes, two of which were very famous. I hope so you can clearly understand. After this, we have two more and three left. So the two more are Himyar and Halan. So Himyar, the most famous, of whose ancestors were Zaid al-Jumhur, Qadah, and Saksik. Well, these are the names which I'm telling you guys. And the Kahlan the most famous of whose ancestors were Hamdan, Anmar, Tai, Mudhaji, Mudhij, Khindah, Laham, Judham, Azd, Aus, Khazraj, and the descendants of Japhna, the king of old Syria. Little bit you can see here, we are getting some introduction to politics and to people, because from people politics starts. So yes, we will learn about them sooner or later. So after that, another tribe is here, Al-Azd, who wandered in Yemen, sent pioneers under the leadership of Imran bin Amr Muzayqiyah, and finally headed to the north and the east. Details of their migration can be summed up as followed. And now let's talk about Banu Laham and Judham, okay, of whom was Nasir bin Rabia, founder of the Mundhir, king of Hira. Banu Tai, who also immigrated northwards to settle by the so-called Aja and Salama mountains, which were accordingly named the Tai Mountains. Hinda, who dwelt in Bahrain but were expelled to Hadramaut and Najd, they had no strength here as they had none in Bahrain, and so they settled in Najd. There they had an important rulership, although it did not last long, for the whole tribe soon faded away. These are the short, brief history I can say for the Arabs, the Arabian tribes, but not let's not go so much far away, as to we have to discuss the mission and the morality of Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam, and after that we have to also talk about Namrud and what happened to him, so that we will move towards immigration of Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam to Canaan, first to Egypt and then to Canaan. So we will learn about that, but little bit later. So yes, now let's go back and hold here our slide showing. Now we will do the discussion. I will tell you guys in my own words. Okay, so Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam, he faced so many challenges, as you know. As you know, when he was a child, so he used to get the hatred for idols. And his hatred grew so much that he did so many big steps he took in his life. And there were different type of scenarios which he also faced, such as after the fire incident. Let's go towards the fire incident. After the fire incident, after the miracle of Allah, he was taken to Namrud's palace, and Namrud said, I am the Lord of north, west, east, and south. I am the Lord of everything, and bow down to me. But Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam refused. So then Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam said that, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala can only make people die or make people live. So 1 minute. Yes. So please mute yourself one last time. I'm saying to you guys, there is so much disturbance. So yes, I was here where I was telling you about after he is going to Namrud's palace, what happens there, that Namrud asks him to bow down, but he don't. He say to Namrud that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala can only give life or death to everybody. But Namrud says to his, soldiers to bring two slaves. Then he say or give order to kill both of them. One is killed and the second is gonna be killed when suddenly he stops and says to him, his guard, to stop killing him, and he says to him, it's okay, let him live. Okay, so he tries to tell Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam that I am the God, I can make people kill and I can make people live. Now Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam says, okay then, what about you make the sun go down from the east if it goes from the west? And if it goes from the west, so make it go down from the east. So this Namrud could not do. So he became very furious. So much. Yes. 1 minute, dear brothers and sisters. Let me think. Please mute yourself. And I don't know why do you guys unmute yourself. Okay. Let me take a short break. I am drinking water. Give me 1 minute. Yes. So we were here where I told you about what happens. Now, something happens with him later on and later on, and he is now wanting to leave his city, Yor. Now, let's see where is the city Yor located, because it is very important to see the geographical location as per this is the political session, that's why. So, let's locate it by ourselves. Somewhere here. Okay, so these are the ruins of the Babylonian. Babylonians. These are the things. This is a gate. Does anybody know about this gate? I sure hope so. Yes, can anybody know? Can tell me its name? Well, this is a Babylonian gate which is known as Ishtar Gate. Well, Ishtar is an idol. I'm just telling you as a fact. So yes, its history is very famous. Little bit overview, okay, of the Babylonian civilizations. Its overview is that it's very, very, very ancient and very famous for its architectural and different type of models and its writing. Here is the Ishtar Gate, and they also made the seven. Uh, 1 minute. They also made a wonder of the world. I cannot tell for sure. It's seventh wonder of the world or anything else. So yes, this is the hanging garden which they made. It was very famous, very, very, very famous. So yes, these are the things. This is the overview. But well, anybody can tell me why? 1 minute. Anybody can tell me what is this region known as? It has a very common and famous name. Very easy. I want you guys to open your mic because since so long you didn't open your mic. So I want you to tell me. Come on. Okay, then let me tell you. This region is known as Mesopotamia. Mesopotamia is sometimes also known as cradle of civilization. What is cradle of civilizations? Well, it means that it's the name of the region, and what happens is that there were so many civilizations which passed through the years in this region. That's why it's known as the cradle of civilizations, such as the civilizations which passed from them. There are the Babylonians civilization, the Sumerian civilization, the Syrian civilization, ADC or EDC. Okay, so yes, these are the things. I hope so you got the overview, and let me see if I can see your. Oh, come on. 1 minute. 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute. Yes. Let me see if I can see. Yes. So these are the archaeological sites. I think so that this is the your area, but I cannot say for sure because these are very ancient areas. So it's very hard to discover or find them. So we can imagine that Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam lived here at your, we can imagine or say, and Makkah, we can say, is here. So first of all, Canaan, I think so, was here, and Egypt is here. Cairo, we can say. So first of all, 1 minute, he perhaps have traveled to Canaan. Oh, no, 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 no. 1 minute. He should have traveled to from your to Egypt, then to Canaan, then to Makkah. Okay? Did you understand? Please let me know because if you understood everything, so it will be very important for me that I would know all of the things. It would be easy for me that you can know. Otherwise, I will make you understand in more easy ways. I hope so you understood. So first his journey was to Egypt, then to Canaan, then to Jeddah. Oh, not Jeddah, sorry, Makkah. And now, well, our session is gonna end. But before going, I wanna tell you guys that now Namrud will, I will tell you about the Namrud, that what he does, that he makes a very, very, very big palace. And he tells Ibrahim alayhi salam that he will challenge his Lord. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent an army of, I think so, flies, which one of them goes inside his brain until 40 years. He has a headache that never goes, and that's how he died. And I will tell you the behind scene politics and different other things, and the Egyptian person as well, and why he traveled to Makkah. Okay, so yes, anybody have any question? 1 minute, let me see. Okay, so right now, yes, you're right. It's regarding history, all of the things. So it's okay if there are no questions. But now our politics are gonna start. As you know, first step is started, such as geography. Geography is a very key role and important thing in politics, and we have already started the politics. It starts from geography so that we know where the things are happening and why are they happening, when are they happening, and how are they happening. So all of these things must be learned, and our first stage is where are they happening. So it's done probably, and now we will learn when did they happen, who made them happen, and why did they happen, how did they happen. So these are the questions, dear brothers and sisters and adults. So I hope so this might be an interesting and knowledgeable session for you guys. Thank you very much. Jazakallah khairan. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Allah Hafiz.